You know, it's kind of standard for some mangas to actually give us a break chapter, just to, well, cool down after a serious arc or something like that. But this, even for Fairy Tail, this was just weird. Extremely weird. Well, and the thing is, I don't know what's weirder: the fact that there was no explanation on why they look just like them, or for the fact that there are alternate versions of them on different continents. Yeah, this Fairytale 100 Year Quest Chapter 25 is just plain and simple weird. It has no amount of story, just comedy. And I think some shout outs to shippers. I mean, it's not a, it's, as I said before, it's not part even of the chapter. It's just so weird. It's not even worth talking about in a way. But that's just where the comedy in it all come from. Because despite the very salty things moving here, I have to admit that there are some comedic moments here. Either way, cover pages of the gang playing a video game. Elsewhere, the gang are to take the train. Of course, Natsu and Wendy do not really want to go for 8 hours being like that. Uh, but then suddenly Elsa gets surrounded by people who call her Erkis and says they want autograph, but she doesn't really know. Then just suddenly the gang gets approached by a woman who strangely looks just like Ersa. But with glasses, she drags them all away. As it turns out, this continent they are on have alternate versions of the gang. Unless, of course, this is some very advanced illusion like magic or something like that. I mean, wouldn't that be funny if all of this is just magical illusions? Then this is the second time we have had a doppelganger. The first time was, Edelas. When I think about it, there was that Mavis and Seraph copies that appeared at the end of the war. I mean, yeah, this is just a little weird. After that, this is just some plain and simple comedy as this decides to take a look inside Fairy Nail, an entertainment guild that uh, that looks all just like them. I mean, because Elkis befriends them. First off, they see Natsu's version. It's called Naksan. His manager is Lucia, and Naki seemed to treat her pretty roughly as well, and all that stuff. But I guess it's kind of fun. We then meet Glenn Grace version, who is a pole dancer. But but what makes this even funnier is that Gray is embarrassed by that. Gray, a man who strips in public, is embarrassed of the fact that he's a pole dancer. Or maybe he's lamenting the fact, oh, I have an alternate version, and he is a stripper. That's basically art. And apparently, Glenn is very good friends with Juvina, who is Juvia's alternate version. And well, it's not exactly known what she is, but she because Natsu thinks. I mean, Natsu begins to actually wonder if she's also a stripper, the naked one. Then they met Wendy's one, Wendell-chan, who is a child prodigy of all types of acting. It shows different faces. We see Charlotte's version, who is, well, Charlotte, while Happy is just a regular normal cat. We see Panther Lily is also a regular normal cat, but has Panther Lily's face. Gajeel and Levy's versions are married. Gazelle and Lizzie doing stand-up comedians. Mina Jane and Lisala is models. Oh yeah, and we see Jason's alternate version as well. which is not so very different from, well, Mira Jane's in effect. Their brother Elvman is a makeup specialist, or is he an Okama? While Lux's version, Lakris and the Lightning King people, are popular rock band. Kara, the Kana model, is a foot model for some reason, and Loki, who is called Loki. I mean, he's called Loki, but he's called Loki, or whatever is that way, is a porn star. While Esre is a stage actress, and she has trouble getting into the roles of her character. She wonders that if Elsa can help, but we all know that she's not so very good in acting. So, well, it's most of fun of the fact that Elski is supposed to play a young lady in love, but she has no experience for that one. Elsewhere, Luke Nasu take well, not Natsu. Nak decides, well, to punish his manager by saying that I'm gonna punish you a little bit. Lucy gets mad and she is about to go away, but when she suddenly appears again, she is bashfully blushing, saying she doesn't know, as Elsa says they come across like that, but they're a thing. Possibly saying that, yeah, the manager and this Natsu version are together. I think this was a tribute to the shippers. If we got no Natsu and Lucian, then at least their alternate versions get some have something. So, well, either way, it's as the next day they prepare to travel. We even get some moments where Gray wonders what romantic love is. Yeah, perhaps he is actually falling in love with Juvia that way. But who knows, if you only know what Juvia's fate is. But then it's revealed that Elsa, the one they travel with, is actually Erkis. Well, Elsa tried to do some romantic things on stage, but of course she fails because she is so bad at acting. So yeah, there's a lot of unique characters in Fairy Nail too. Ha 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 ha. So yeah, this was just plain and simple a comedy chapter. A filler chapter, no point in the story. It was just there to be extremely, extremely weird. I mean, yes, I laughed very dearly at the comedy, but it still doesn't change the fact that it was so weird and it felt so out of place. I mean, what was even the purpose of all of this? Why isn't the Eldas was an alternate world, but why do they exist here? I mean, it is so weird. And sometimes this type of comedy can work, sometimes it does not. So I don't really know if I found this good or I found this bad. I mean, yeah, I laughed, but still, it's just plain and simple so weird. But you can give me your thoughts if you have.